Yo, go, 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 go. Welcome back to the Bias Basement. It's your boy Had to Reacts TV. Hey, I know y'all see the title to this video here. We got your man, one of the most hated sports analysts today, Jason Whitlock, was on the Cam Newton show, and they asked about Stephen A. Smith, and he had a few choice words to say about Stephen A. Smith, and it was wild. And you won't believe what he said, but before we get to that video, please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. And without further ado, let's get right to what Stephen A. said. Jason Whitlock said about Stephen A. Smith.
And ask this question straight up, and you can do with it how you deem. What is it between you and Stephen A. Smith?
Look, and I got to be respectful. You work with Stephen A. And so
this has
I don't want to go.
Listen. Look, you said you go keep it in a buck.
A thousand.
Keep it 1,000 now. At the end of the day, I'm cordial with Stephen A. Smith, just like I'm cordial with anybody else. It shouldn't come with a filter preface with it. And it's not to say that I'm about to sit up, hey, I got you. No, it's just a simple question.
Your words, your statement.
What is it up
Look,
with
man,
you and Stephen A?
I've done the homework on Stephen A. He's fraudulent. He's lying about his college basketball career. He's admitted he's lying about his college basketball career. If I sat in the media space for 20 years telling everybody I played for Big House Games and I got a full ride scholarship after knocking down 17 straight three-pointers in a scrimmage on a Sunday when they played a game on Saturday and they hosted a scrimmage on Sunday and I knocked down 17 straight three-pointers and they gave me a scholarship on the spot. Anybody familiar with HBCUs? Anybody familiar with Winston-Salem State and how little money Winston-Salem State has and had back then? They're not giving out scholarships on the spot to anybody. It's all a lie. And
damn, Stephen A. He said, man, yo, hoop dreams. You said we all had hoop dreams when we was kids. He said, you live in a fantasy. It's fugazi. You said, man, that is not it, man. You lying about that. He said, Winston-Salem ain't never gave you no contract. Ain't never gave you no Reebok deal. What you talking about? They signed you on the spot and you ain't never play? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because Stephen A. be acting like he be having like he got game. You know what I'm saying? I seen him. He got a little jump shot. Stephen A. got a little jump shot, but I don't know if he, you know what I'm saying? We got a full contract because of that jump shot. And be honest with you. And it's crazy to see Jason Whitlock. It's crazy to see Cam Newton giving Jason Whitlock even the opportunity to even speak on Stephen A. Smith. You know how Jason Whitlock feel about Stephen A. Smith. So you know Cam had to know that Jason wasn't going to talk about him in the most polite way, because Stephen A. never does. Every time he goes on his podcast and this stuff, the Stephen A. show, when he do his podcast by itself, he always goes in on Jason Whitlock. It's some of the funniest commentary that you'll ever see Stephen A. do. So you got to understand that they both of these guys don't like each other.
I've done the homework. And he runs around with these former teammates. There's some dude named Gary Stevens that, if you go back and look at the newspaper articles like I did, Gary Stevens was some 6'3" guard. The Gary Stevens that Stephen A. runs around with is some 5'9" midget who played basketball up in New York for some school called Old Westbury. They're running around taking flights and posting Instagram photos. Yeah, we're Winston-Salem State teammates. It's all a lie. It's fraudulent. Everybody has seen someone like Stephen A. Smith, who in 4th grade, by his own admission, got held back because they thought he was retarded. When he was in 11th grade, his counselor laughed at the thought of him going to college. And again, someone like me that's a journalist that followed, we're the same age. We came up together. I know how fraudulent he was as a sports writer and how they had to rewrite everything that he did. And to see him passed off as the face of sports journalism and the top of the profession, Cat Williams already done told you what that was about. They all get installed. Bob Iger and the $20 million a year that they give this guy to be a puppet and the standard for sports journalism. It's a joke. And I know I know it factually. He knows it factually.
Jason Whitlock, what do you mean by Stephen A. got installed? Pause. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know. Are you insinuating some things that Cat Williams said on the Club Shay Shay? Is that what you're insinuating? Now, sometimes Stephen A. can just get on my nerves too. I ain't the biggest Stephen A. fan. I like Uncle Shay a little better. But it seemed like it's straight hate coming from Jason Whitlock. I ain't never really liked Jason Whitlock's commentary, to be honest with you, man. He be saying some wild takes. The stuff he said about Joy, and then Stephen A. went on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine Joy wanting something to do with Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock said he had a chance to get with Joy. You know, the other sports analyst who got let go from having a secretly affair with Acho from the Speakeasy podcast. So it's funny, you know what I'm saying? Jason Whitlock is a funny dude. He's not really a funny dude, but his hate is super funny. You know what I'm saying? He be dead ass serious, but he's a big time hater. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's hard to listen to him a little bit, but you talk about Stephen A. Smith, and I'm here for it because you know he about to say something crazy like Stephen A. getting installed. That's crazy.
So none of his teammates, his alleged teammates, they won't talk on the record because I've tried to interview virtually all of them. Mm-hmm. They won't address it. Winston State, what was Mama Roseboro that he had on TV pretending like she was his college professor? She was some sort of secretary in the president's office. I could go on and on and on. He's doesn't know sports, doesn't follow sports. You're at the NBA Finals playing solitaire. NBA Finals. That would be, if you caught me at a strip club playing solitaire, you would think I was gay and didn't like women. If I catch you at an NBA Finals playing solitaire, I think you're gay and don't like basketball.
He got a point there. Solitaire ain't never been that game. You know what I'm saying? Like, solitaire was the type of game where you was in like your computer class back in like middle school, and you didn't want to listen to the teacher, and you really could get on like what you want to get on YouTube and stuff like that, and you know, scam around the internet because she was walking around. So you probably get a little game of solitaire. You know, you minimize it on the screen a little bit. You know, that old ass solitaire game. You know, nobody ain't playing solitaire like that no more. I know how to play solitaire, but shit, that's an old ass card game. Shit, you playing solitaire at an NBA game. That shit must have been trash. That must have been a whack ass. Well, you said finals. Shit, that's even worse.
How is he gay? Because he's
like, God,
man, come on, bro.
God,
come on, bro. You pushed it. So I got
You
some.
think Stephen
That's
A.
your
Smith
takeaway from
is
what I
fraudulent.
just said. Your takeaway is you think I didn't say
I understand what you're
he was
saying.
gay. I just said he got 2 kids. I'm not saying that, but he don't like sports. He's playing solitaire at the NBA final. I know y'all collect a check with him, and I know the idolatry issues, and we have this whole thing because someone has a bunch of money. We think they're smart, or we think there's someone worthy of respect. Having a bunch of money don't mean anything in a world this corrupt.
I think
It tends to indicate that you're willing to be corrupt, you're willing to be compromised.
so. I'll say this, right? As long as Bob Iger, Disney is giving me the opportunity to expand my platform, I don't feel a way like you feel. They've been unbelievable to me.
Don't ask me, ask Cat Williams. Cat Williams is the one that told you how this game operates. Blame Cat Williams. He told you how to get installed. And a lot of it has to do with bending over. Period. End of story.
I can. That's aggressive.
Yeah.
That's very aggressive.
You asked, Cam. I sat here and
That
said,
is your take. That's true.
You're right.
That is
You're
true.
right.
That's your opinion.
You're right.
That is your opinion.
You are absolutely right, Mr. Whitlock. Who am I to tell you you're wrong or right? But with working with Stephen A. Smith, right, and I see how people attack him, I think he is the peak of the spear in sports journalism, whether we want to agree with it or not. How he got there is his story to tell. I'm not sitting up here insinuating that there was any type of illegitimacy to him just working hard, paying his time to be.
I think he made 17 straight threes.
I don't know if he did.
But what does that have to do with his sports takes?
Going back to the tattoos.
It has a lot to do when your whole persona is based off of, hey, I was a former college basketball player. That's why I know the NBA, blah, blah, blah. He's built an entire brand around being a basketball guru because I played at Winston-Salem State under Big House games. Trust me, if you found out I never played football at Ball State, it would undermine my credibility.
Basically, what Cam says, like, hey, man, I hear you. Listen, I invited you to the show, and I hear you talking, brother. But Stephen A. is good in my book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he got his position, but I don't know how he got his position or who put him in position. But he signed my check, so he good in my book. You know what I'm saying? And that's a wild take, man. He ain't say that allegedly or nothing. He said Stephen A. be getting bent over to get that ESPN, to be the head of ESPN. He had to get bent over. That's crazy. And I hate that other black men put that stipulation. Why can't we all know that Stephen A. worked hard. Stephen A. is on every sports show. It should be called Stephen A. and ESPN at this point because he's everywhere, or he used to be everywhere on every making the ratings go up on every ESPN show there is, man. So, and then sports podcast he goes on, he does numbers. So, I mean, say what you want, even though he has some wild takes of his own, you know what I'm saying, and he might regurgitate the same sports takes over and over sometimes. Stephen A. is the truth. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? It's Stephen A. and then it's the rest of the field. When it comes to ESPN, it's basically hate on Jason Whitlock's side. You know what I'm saying? Like, who listened to Jason Whitlock? You know what I'm saying? Like Jason Whitlock is like more hated than Rob Parker. You know what I'm saying? And I used to like. I like the Odd Couple. I used to like the Odd Couple, but listen to a couple of Rob Parker takes, man, you'd be like, man, cut this shit off, man. And that's why I feel when it comes to Jason Whitlock. You can listen to him a little bit, and he is a sports analyst, so don't get me wrong, he knows his shit. But then he'll just start hating or saying some wild imaginatory shit that you'd be like, what? Where did this come from? And he's going off in a tangent. He really just don't like Stephen A. Period.
because that has been part of my brand.
Yes, sir.
I understand that. No, that was my main thing about it. It's like, even where he is now, do you discredit all of the success? Like you said, man, I did 20 years writing and building my career to be where I am now. And my biggest thing is too, is like, as you talk about Stephen A., you once was in that space, right? On mainstream media. Like, what was your turn and your change for you not to be in it as of right now? Because one, let me slow down. A day and a time in a life, you were that. You were, I guess, on the rise to try to be a face of a brand on mainstream media. So as you talk about Stephen A., that's my head scratcher, is like, what's your change of events? What's your change of heart now?
What transpired was my faith walk went from 0 to 180. That I got humbled in 2013, 14, parts of 15, the second time I went back to ESPN, and got under attack by the Alphabet Mafia, the LGBTQIA plus BLM Alphabet Mafia attacked me. They attacked me, and it humbled me, and it made me think, I got to get right with God. And if I can't be somewhere where I can talk about God while talking about sports, while talking about anything, I need to start my own deal where I can talk about things that are not supposed to be talked about. The fact that the world caters to the Alphabet Mafia is something that I wanted to be able to talk about. You can't do it on ESPN or Fox Sports. That's a no-no because they have to answer to the Alphabet Mafia. I don't want to answer to the Alphabet Mafia. And so I have decided that I've made enough money that I want to start my own thing. And if I never get any richer, and even if I get poor, I don't care.
Okay, most underrated sports personality.
Underrated sports media personality. Man, that's a tough one. Because again, the guys that I enjoy, I'll answer it this way. This isn't, Cam, you got the most upside. Just whether you're gonna figure it out. So that's it.
All right.
Hey, there you have it, man. Hey, shout out to Jason Whitlock, man. Hey, you know he gonna throw some shade Stephen A. way anytime you mention Stephen A. way, and Stephen A. is gonna do the same. They don't like each other. They ain't never liked each other. They ain't gonna get along. They always gonna start. I mean, he feels a way that Stephen A. got the position he got. You know what I'm saying? And it might have been other things that transpired through the sports world. Who knows? You know, backdooring and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you see how Stephen A., if he don't like you, he'll get you gone. You know what I'm saying? You see what happened to Max Callen, man. You know what I'm saying? He gets you out of there. You know what I'm saying? So you all know, even though it's Stephen A., everybody likes Stephen A., you all know what he did to Jason Whitlock. Personally, we don't care because we ain't never really liked Jason Whitlock. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes he has some takes, like he has some viral takes, but for the most part, it just comes off as hate. It just comes off as pure hate sometimes. And sometimes he goes off in a tangent that has nothing to do with the subject at hand, like this one. But y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, man. Think about Stephen A. getting bent over for his position, because that's what Jason Whitlock said, allegedly. Allegedly. That's what Jason Whitlock said. I'm just telling you what Jason Whitlock said, man. It's your boy Had to Reacts TV, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Bias Basement. Hey, come right back, because you know we have and always will have more hot content for you. And with that being said, I'm going to the next one. Peace.